for Theodora.
Yes, hi. Are you the officer who was at earlier?
Yep.
Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
Just a little bit frustrated. He demanded that we bring her back. I said, I don't know. I was told you were going to call me, but he said to me and her that he called you guys to press charges saying we kidnapped her. He said that, well, I asked for the case number. I was told that you would call me by dispatch because I wanted to follow up because he sent her many messages. My poor friend is getting really stressed.
Yeah.
Sent her, I told the officer I'm not pressing charges for kidnapping. I'm going to do you a favor and not press charges. And he says,
listen, there's no kidnapping.
I understand that, but she was afraid, and he's threatening her. He's scaring her, and it's she's upset. We were eating dinner, and I responded to him. He said to her, he didn't say anything to me about she has to be back by 8. He told her if the dinner runs till 7 or 8, it's fine. I just don't want her back super late. Last night he let me pick her up at 9:30 and take her to a 9:30 movie. So it's not even 9 o'clock. It's just her 9. So I said to him, I'll show you the message and the app. I just messaged him at here. It shows a timestamp. He read my message at 8:41. He read it. I said, you can meet me. Like here he says, I'm not going to be pressing charges. Da, 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 da. Please have her back to me ASAP. I said, you can meet me at the police station now for her. I no longer feel comfortable coming to your house. My attorney said not to, so he served a protective order. And the protective order says, I can't go to his house. He can't go to mine. We have them on each other.
Yeah, but I was looking at it. The stipulations are you guys can have contact as long as it's only the exchanging of the kids.
Right, but it says I can't go to his house. He's telling me to go to his house. Okay. So I'm not going to go there. My lawyer said not to. So I told him I feel more comfortable. We're at New Britain PD. How long till you're here? He read my message and ignored me. And then I sent 2 more messages saying, we're here. How much longer? How much longer? We've been here 30 minutes.
Let me print that out and just take a look at it again.
Okay, and I also want to show you this.
I'll give him a call, too.
Yeah, because like I said, they put in this crazy new order and stuff.
Is that the one? He probably just showed me that.
Yeah, and I'm just showing it to you also because it says here, if she's going to bring to any police station, make sure you notify father first and show officer a copy upon arrival, which I did.
Yeah,
and again, we're only here to do the exchange. My attorney said, either if we're going to go to his house, have the cops outside, or don't go to his house at all, because I feel like he's trying to bait me, and he keeps saying come to his house. And it's like I can't just be parking in a neighbor's driveway trying to do this in the middle of the road.
No, so what I'll do is I'll print it out right now just to make so it's 100% clear what the stipulations are and everything, and then I'll give him a call at the same time.
Yeah, and he knows we're here, so if he wants to get it,
yeah, I'll call him.
Okay.
Yep. Hi, Matthew.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Officer Ryan. Well, I'm here at the PD. I guess your Angelina and Theodora are here. If you want to come pick up your daughter.
I don't have a car right now. She knows that. That's why she went there. Why is she there? She knows she's supposed to be dropping off here.
Why she's here is beyond the point. But so there's no way you can come here and pick up your daughter.
No, she's supposed to be dropping her off here.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to her and figure that out.
Yeah. The only way I'm going to be able to get there is if I walk, and that's going to take me about 20 minutes.
That's fine. I'll talk to her and figure it out.
All right.
All right, bye. All right, so he's saying he doesn't have a car. Can I see the packet thing again? Because in the protective order thing, it says all those stipulations, but then the last stipulation says it's pretty much all dependent on what it says in there.
Right, but my attorney for the criminal case told me do not for any circumstances go to his house because of the protective order. So he advised me don't go to his house. The protective order says I can't. So I'm not going to risk getting arrested. He threatened to have us pressing charges. And I told my attorney, and he said since he's threatening pressing charges, he told us he made a report for kidnapping. And he said both to me and her, I can show you the messages. So because he's made those threats, I don't feel comfortable. He also told me the other week that there was pending charges with me from your department saying I called the police to his house and that because I harassed him with the police that I was getting charges filed against me. So again, my attorney said since he's threatening with all these arrests and he sent her threatening messages, told both of us he's pressing charges for kidnapping, and my attorney said don't go to his house. So again, he has a car. I have a screenshot of her driving in the car the other day. His truck is fully functional, and that's a lie. So is he saying he's not going to pick her up? Because he can call an Uber if his vehicle's not working, he can call an Uber or a taxi.
Okay, we'll figure that out. Can I just see the
and she's using my phone. Is it any way I can just email it to you?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Sure.
I just need to read it just to see what it says about
What's your email?
going to the houses and stuff. Christopher.Ryan@NewBritainCT.gov.
It's like now it's been over 30 minutes of sitting in here. My poor kid,
Yeah.
both
No,
of my
I know.
children, my friend.
It's
we live
these.
in Illinois. And again, if you want, I can get my attorney on the phone because
That's okay.
this is harassing me now. He demanded that he knows we're here. He didn't even bother to say anything back to me. What's your excuse now? You want to lie and say your car's broken? All right, call an Uber then. You're demanding her home. You forced us to come here, threatening us with kidnapping charges. Now we're here, and again, it's a protective order. I'm not going there. He's trying to get me arrested again.
Is that, and that's I saw it in there, it's called Family Wizard or whatever?
Yeah, and I've been
And that's okay.
And it doesn't matter what the civil family order says about contact, the criminal protective order.
Well, no, so what I was explaining is I just looked it up on the protective order registry, and what it says, yes, it says all those stipulations, it says, stay away from the house, no contact, whatever, but the last stipulation says, basically negates all that and says, whatever, you guys can have contact as long as it's only about the child.
It doesn't say that. I'd like to show it to you because again,
that's what I wanted to look at.
I'm sorry, but I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that's not accurate.
The protective order registry.
That's wrong because what you're saying off the top of your head is not what the protective order registry says. Again, stay away from their home.
Correct, but look at the last one.
Yeah, look at the last one.
No,
Where?
So see where it says, go to the,
This is
right here. So see where it says, Mr. Lotus is allowed to contact the protected party, but you guys had this same thing reciprocated.
Yeah, and read what it says. It's a full sentence.
Yeah.
Mr. Lodis is allowed to contact the protected party regarding visitation and affairs of the child via Family Wizard, period.
Yep.
Okay, so he can contact me in Family Wizard. Where does it say I can go to his house?
Exchange of the minor child must be pursuant to the most recent child family.
Yeah, and where does the civil family order says we do exchanges at the house?
Well, that's why I wanted.
It doesn't. I sent you both. I just sent you both, and I honestly, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm sorry.
fine.
I'm just tired. I want to take my kids home. If he's abandoning her, I want that in a report. If he's refusing to get her, then her and I will go back to her house because I don't know what else to do. I'm not sleeping in this police station lobby tonight with two little girls.
Okay, listen, we're trying to get it squared away as soon as possible. Let me just go read this real quick, okay?
Okay, can I give you my attorney's number as well?
That's fine.
Because again, he told me not to go to the house. He said that he's trying to bait me and stuff, and I talked to him the other day about this, and
What's
I
his
know
name?
it's like 9 o'clock at night, but he said to me, tell them that he advised me last time when he made me go there on the 21st, and we were in the middle of the road. He said, call the police, and then they were outside already.
Okay, Michael.
Yeah, he's representing me in the criminal matter where we have the dual protective orders, and he's my counsel. He said last time, like, don't go near the house without the police, because it's, like, ridiculous. And the other 2 times I parked in a neighbor's driveway, and it's like, you can't be doing that.
Okay. Let me just
Especially
go.
after he threatened us today with arresting us.
I'm fine. I didn't.
She's already scared she's
My
going to
phone
get
was
charged
on
with
silent. My
kidnapping.
phone was on silent. I didn't-
We're gonna trust me. We're going to address this. Don't worry.
This is
I'm
okay.
just trying to square everything away. Listen. This is my first time.
Okay.
I'm
going to also send you this. You can see that I notified him that we were here in Family Wizard, right? Look. See how it says never viewed, never viewed? And this one, it was viewed. It says he viewed it at 8:41. And
So
see,
screenshot those and send them to my email too.
yep, I'm in. I'll send you right now.
Let me just read that real quick and then we'll get this squared away.
But this is where the the court enters the following orders. This is where the orders begin. A, B, C. So you can just see it.
I'll catch you. I'll give you.
Alright, guys, hey. What did I tell you? Get off the floor. Do you know how many people come in here every day? Stop. Okay?
What's wrong? I'm trying to make them catch it.
Alright, do you want it to get all dirty and germs on it?
No.
Okay. Remember I told you the floor is dirty. The floor is yucky. Don't sit on the floor.
I just a nice little dress in here.
Okay, but I don't want you throwing your toy on the floor or you sitting on the floor. Just sit down in the chair. We're going to see if Daddy's going to come or not. Because he has to come.
Surprised they didn't have a baby shower.
So sit.
It's not a baby shower. It's a daddy shower. You know, what do I do?
You know, and it also says like he has to make the arrangements with me in writing, and he's been blowing up her phone, refusing to answer me, and you know, in there she says, oh, text or email or whatever, but since the protective order says family wizard, the protective order trumps a civil order, obviously. So we've still been obviously communicating in the app, and now he's calling my phone, he's blowing up her phone, texting her, and just so anxiety. Like, we've been sitting here almost an hour now. How long are we supposed to wait? If he has no car, then did you ask him why he can't call a cab or an Uber? Or he could walk here. He literally lives right around the corner. He could have been here by now. And it's like, regardless, like, of what it says in there, that the protective order trumps that. And nothing in there says I have to go to his house. Juliana, get up.
Okay.
Come on, please.
Juliana, what?
And again, if I go to his house, that's violating the order. So he can come get her right now from here. We're 2 minutes from his home. There's no reason why he can't find a way to come here.
You can't escort us there?
And not,
So I can.
I'm not going to his house.
But-
No, I'm sorry. My attorney said no. The protective order says I can't go to his house. If you're going to escort him, why don't you go pick him up and go bring him here then? If you guys are going to accommodate somebody that much that's refusing to follow the court order. Because this is inconveniencing us. This is abuse. The fact that he said that we're getting kidnapping charges too, I don't feel comfortable going to his home. So I'm not taking any more chances. He's already said that there's a warrant pending for me from this office, this department.
Go. When I say go, we go. Go. Juliana, I'm not playing. Yes.
And like again, it's like I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at in the civil order or why that matters, because the protective order is the only thing you guys can enforce.
Correct.
Right, so in
But
that case, he says I can't go to his house, he can't go to mine.
can I say something?
Yeah.
And what I told you earlier, if you showed me the protective order, the last thing says it's dependent on what it says in here in terms of like exchanging and stuff.
Right, and the exchange doesn't say I have to go to his house.
Correct, which is why I'm reading this to make sure there's nothing that says that, because if there's nothing in here that says that, then I'm pretty sure you can go to his house without getting in trouble with us.
What do you
Because-
mean? What do you mean? The protective order
So-
trumps a civil order. The civil order means nothing.
But like I said, what it says in the protective order is all those things that you're saying, yes.
Yeah.
But the last stipulation says
Exchange
it's
must be-
dependent on what it says in the civil
Right.
order.
It says exchange must be pursuant to the most recent civil order.
Yes.
It doesn't say I go to his house.
It doesn't say anything about exchange in here.
Exactly. And again, it says he's supposed to have. Can I see it, please?
Where does it say exchange in there?
Right here. And he doesn't follow any of this stuff either, which is what makes it even more abusive of what he's doing.
How could you force
Mother's access will be determined.
I'm not, listen,
I'm sorry, I
if
know.
she's not comfortable, I'm not going to force her to go there.
I know, but yeah, by you, again, it's like this, you're telling me the civil order trumps the criminal order. It's not the case, because you know as an officer, you guys can't enforce a civil order. You can only enforce the criminal.
I don't know how else to explain it other than saying.
As long as it's, yeah, so if
It's a
it said in
protective
here,
order, but it says in the last line there, like I said, it says exchange is dependent on what it says in the civil order.
Right.
So if we're going off the protective order, it says it's what's dependent on in the civil order.
right, and just to let you know, the civil order never said that we do any exchanges at his house, ever. And now they just changed and put a new civil order,
What does
and the
it
new
say
one
about
says
it?
here, mother's access will be as determined by father in the presence of a third party.
Okay.
Which he told me, it says the third party must be designated by the father.
Yeah.
He refused to do that. He told me I have to get my own third party and I have to come to New Britain. I did.
Okay.
And I got hurt. Arrangements must be in writing. That's why we're doing it in the app. That's all it says.
Yeah.
And then it just says here, mom can't take to the police or ER without notifying father first and then giving the police or our provider a copy of order. I did. I told him immediately when I got here. I already told him before I got here that we were going here. He knows that.
Okay.
And then it doesn't say anything else about that exchange. Just he's supposed to set up with his supervisor. So
Let me call him and figure out this whole truck situation.
and then just
Because
let him know,
if you don't
like-
want to go there, then I'll just have him come here.
okay, just let him know that I'm leaving here at 9:40. So I'm gonna wait 13 more minutes.
Okay.
If he's not here by 9:40, because that'll mean I waited 1 hour. So
Okay.
just let him know I got here at 8:40.
All right.
I'll be waiting until 9:40. If he's not here by 9:40, I'll let him report and we're gonna leave.
Hey, Officer Ryan.
Yeah, it's Officer Ryan again. So, what's the deal with the truck?
It has it only has 3 wheels on it right now.
Okay. So, here's the thing. I don't know, there's two sides to every story, and I don't know what's going on with the whole Family Wizard app and when you guys are texting each other, but she doesn't want to come to your house because she's uncomfortable now. So we need you to come here and pick up your daughter.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk there at 9:30 at night to pick up my daughter at 10 o'clock at night to walk her all the way back to my house instead of her just coming here like she's supposed to.
Well, so I read the civil agreement, and the civil agreement says it's up to you how you guys exchange a kid, and she's saying that she doesn't feel comfortable going to your house because of the protective order, saying that she can't, she has to stay away from your house, no contact, and all that. But
Picked her up from my house and dropped her off.
yes, and I understand that it's all dependent upon the civil agreement, which you showed me, and then she showed me, and I read it, and that's what it says. It says it's up to you, but now she's uncomfortable with going there because I don't know if you're texting her behind the scenes or what's going on, but she's just not comfortable with it now. So
Accordingly, yes, deleted. Okay, all right. I'm on my way down.
all right, are you walking? Are you calling an Uber, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna have to. I'll probably walk there and then Uber back. sometimes either because she doesn't feel like doing what she's supposed to.
All right. I'll be here when you get here then.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.